Welcome to Plastiq Magazine with Algernon. I'm Algernon. It is a pleasure to meet you. I've had an opportunity to digest your new release, and so we're going to talk about all of that stuff because I thoroughly enjoyed listening to that. So I want to dig into the details and talk about you, if that's okay.
Oh my God, this is so exciting for me. Oh my God, you heard the whole project. Like, this is okay. This is super exciting. I'm so excited for this. Okay, let's get into it.
Let's go. All right. Well, first of all, here, let's get into that. You've got your new release, which is Wednesday's Child Side A. And I love Side A so much. I can't wait for Side B. We're going to get into that in just a second. I'm telling you, we're going to get into that. But let's talk about the single that I heard first, which was Gangster of Love. And I was locked in by the first notes. I mean, you took a more aggressive approach to the concept of courtship, and you were not only protecting your heart, but you're also willing to go to critical lengths with those who were not being very good human beings. So,
call me Batman.
So listen, how did this song come together, and what did you use as inspiration for all of that aggressive energy?
Oh, not the aggressive energy now. Okay, well, let's get started with that. I think with this particular record, I feel like everyone can feel there's definitely something special about it. And like you said, it does take a different approach to the love story narrative. And, you know, I feel like in life, so many of us are victims to love, but this really felt more so that I'm dominating it and I'm really taking control of what the situation is. And to be honest, the inspiration was more so just the way I interact in those kinds of situations and my approach to things. I think this whole project is very much, you know, if anything, it's a magnifying glass on my behaviors. You know what I mean? On what I do, on what I've recognized and kind of pieced together is you know, me in this environment or me in this situation. So for this particular situation, it was just a conversation. Like most of the songs on this project, they've all come around and come about just by having simple conversation on, you know, what my life is and what I'm going through. And you know, I think most of the sessions were just us talking, but I think this is a really dope record. It's me setting boundaries in a relationship. It's me being honest about my emotions. It's me being very transparent and not being afraid to hide the kind of ugly parts, but also I think there's beauty in that. You know, I think there is beauty in standing strong, in being who you are, and not getting lost. And I think that's the biggest thing for me, not getting lost in that relationship and staying the gangster of love. Yeah.
Fantastic. I love this song. I also love the video. I even watched the behind the scenes as well. It was great because I wanted to kind of get a taste of your personality and everything.
You saw the behind the scenes.
I saw the behind the scenes and I see you were acting up.
See, as soon as you saw them, as soon as you said you saw the behind the scenes, my face goes.
Because it was great though. It was great to see it all come together and the very honest. Because once you see the behind the scenes, you really can respect the output and everything that happened with it. So it's a fantastic video and a great thing as well. So I love that. Now, I do want to talk about some of my favorite lyrics from the album and get some more context. Again, like I said, I listened to this, so I want to get it in. I want to dig deep. So one of my favorite lyrics. So what I want to do is I want to, you know, tell you about the lyric and you kind of just give me, you know, kind of, you know, how it mirrors you or kind of more context around it. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm nervous. Go ahead.
This is all your stuff. This is all stuff you've written.
I know. Exactly. So that's why I'm nervous, because I'm like, we about to break some shit down. That's
it's about to
now
get
let's get to it. Let's to get real. Let's go.
I'm a good time, but I'm a bad motherfucker. Now, this line gave me nothing but life, but how does your life mirror this philosophy?
I'm a very fun person. I can be a very, very fun person, but if it comes to a point where I guess someone's disrespectful and you know, acting up, it's weird because it's not necessary. First of all, I will stand up for myself if it's a, you know, a situation to where it's in my face. I'm going to be honest, and you really present, okay, this is that was not cool. But it's all, being a bad motherfucker is more so, it goes deeper than that for me at least, because a bad motherfucker is just being who you are. A bad motherfucker is um um even if your version of getting out of a situation or standing up for yourself is actually blocking someone, right? Or getting them out of your life, to me that's still being a bad motherfucker. It's not necessarily like, I feel like people take sometimes lyrics, even in gangster, oh my gosh, she got brass knuckles and she gonna mess you the fuck up. It's so metaphorical. It's painting such a picture that I feel like it's an emotional picture, but I think everything has kind of a double meaning. But yeah, I am a good time, but also I'm a bad motherfucker. So don't play now. Don't fuck around, or I might just disappear.
I got you. All right. That was good. That makes sense. That seems to be on brand based upon what I've seen and heard. Here's another one.
Ooh, cha.
If all I have is my name, then I'm going to go out with a flame.
Oh, one of my favorites. I feel like no one's actually brought that out. No one's brought that up. I think if all I have is my name. No, that's the thing, because I think that line encompasses the whole song of what Rich Kids really stands for. And it's really taking you as the human, not you as, at least for, again, I'm going so good for me. I was broke in a city full of rich kids. I came here with my single mom, eating canned foods, bare minimum, really bad situation, just moved from London to Los Angeles. So, it was to a point where we had to be rich in the soul, or we would have been mentally, first of all, completely depressed and have no motivation to continue the journey that eventually led me to be able to even do interviews like this. Right. So, that whole line encompasses really being rich in the soul. And if all I have is my name, then that's all I'm going to ride with. That's fine. Who I am is more important than the money, the fame, the bullshit, the fake friends, my who I am. And I think this is what the project really is about. It's really about and if you look at Table for Three, all these different songs that I have on the project really reflect on. Yeah, exactly. So I know you're gonna get into that, but I think every song on this project really is just a reflection on who I am as a person, and concentrating on that more so than all of the exterior materialistic things.
I agree. Now, this was my favorite one. I built my wings from broken things.
Oh my God, it's one of mine as well.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Powerful.
Yeah. It's one of mine as well. It's yes. Yeah. That one, it's whoo, child. Because that song is really and truly, it's actually about my father and the like really shitty actually, I would say shitty relationship, but it's kind of a lack of a relationship with him. But that whole yeah. So it's a really dark, it's a really, really dark song. But it's very honest. And I did build my wings on broken things, my every single bad thing that's happened to me, every single bad emotion, every single bad situation or words that were thrown at me, all went into building this kind of thing that eventually could lead me to fly and create this project even. So I that's one of my favorites though. Yeah.
Great song. And those were the lyrics. Those were the ones who were some of the ones I picked out that I felt were just really great. And I just wanted to get more context on it. And you definitely gave that to me on there. So
yay, I'm glad.
Yeah, you did. Now you come from such a well-accomplished, kind of musical family. I know your mother was very successful. Obviously,
yes.
Come from iconic roots with David Ruffin, who's one of the architects of the Motown sound.
Yeah.
What made you gravitate towards music? Like we've seen people who are, who come from musical families who are kind of forced into it or feel obligation.
Oh yeah.
To the game, but you seem to have a real passion for it. What made you gravitate towards that?
Well, that's the thing. I think that's the key that you just said there. I think a lot of kids are really forced into it, which is really fucked up. And I don't, that's not cool. That's not cool. I think it's, especially with such an industry, it's such a hard industry that if you don't really love it, it's gonna fall apart and tear you apart. I mean, it can tear you apart just even being passionate about it, let alone if you don't actually want it. It's impossible. I feel like, um, but I was gravitated towards it because my mom honestly had, a recording studio in her living room, and she had boy bands coming in and out. And, there was just, I was constantly surrounded by music. And it got to a point where I just really saw the magic happen and wanted to be part of the magic. So I was like, I need to go, mic, babe. I need to get on the mic, my love. Like, please, mother, please. And she was like, yeah, sure, sure. Go ahead. Go if you want to, I'm here to support. And that led to tours in Europe because she would tour in Europe and do a bunch of shows, and then I became an opening act, and then it started to be my shows. It was crazy. Um but that experience really opened me up to, I think music, but also just all of the things that I went through, just the hardships in life. Anytime I went through anything, the only thing I felt I had was music to get me out of, depression or a bad situation. Honestly, the only thing that was there for me was of course my mom was there for me 1000%. Like, Jesus Christ, like she is the blueprint of everything, my best friend. And without her, I would not be able to get through anything. But aside from that, music really, like, pulled me out of a lot of holes. And being bullied in school, I was like the chubby kid that nobody fucked with, and it was a whole thing. But um again, music made me feel like that bitch. Made me feel like that bitch. Even if I wasn't that bitch, I felt like that bitch. So music was always there for me. So I can never really leave it.
That's pretty dope. A You were signed to Hitco, which I hear is founded by the legendary L.A. Reid and Charles Goldstruck. How did that deal come together, and what's it like working with someone who's had so much success cultivating emerging artistry, especially, ladies?
Yeah. No, it's insane. First of all, I was a fan of his for the longest time, for years and years and years and years and years. So for me, this is like, what the hell is going on? But I randomly met him. I was at a producer in Miami last year, and I was waiting for my session. I was outside the studio, and they were in a meeting with somebody, I didn't know who. Um and ended up that they played like one of my songs at the end of the meeting. They were playing a bunch of artists, and then they played my song, and LA apparently was in there and was like, "Who is that?" And they were like, "Oh, actually she's here." I walk in, LA Reid's right there. He's like, "I'm LA Reid." I'm like, "Motherfucker, bro, like, yeah, no shit, man." Um and
No need for an
and
introduction, right?
yeah, man, come on now. But we played some of my music, more of my music. Um, I sang a cappella. Gave him a little a cappella moment, and then I danced a little bit and gave a little performance, and that was it. I mean, he was like, 24 hours, I got to sign you. Like, I have to get this going. This is like incredible. So it just happened super, super quick. And here I am. I mean, it's a journey. It's been a journey.
Wow. Yeah, that is
Random.
amazing. That is amazing because he's done it all. So you're in good hands. And I can see that
Yeah.
the quality of what you put out and what you do, it made sense. It was absolutely on brand for the types of projects that he's been a part of. A central theme I heard, and you mentioned this a little bit earlier, I heard throughout your current release is around self-love and reliance and self-reliance.
Yeah.
Feeling empowered to do what makes you happy, regardless of critical opinions. Can you touch on that a little bit more?
Well, that's I think again, that's to me one of the most important things in life. And I think with the quarantine that happened and the pandemic, I think a lot of people realized when it really comes down to it, you're really left with yourself. And we all had to isolate.
Table
We
for
all had to
three.
be by ourselves. That's really how it came about. And I really walked in that day into the studio and I was like, there really isn't a song that romanticizes the relationship you have with yourself. And to me, that's the most critical thing. I could go, um, I mean, I really haven't been in any other kind of relationship except the one with myself. So, like, damn, like, I will choose myself over any bullshit or because I feel like there are times in life where it's so challenging and sometimes you lose yourself even for other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or situations that you go through. So it's always important to ground yourself and prioritize who you are. It comes down to that for this whole project. And I feel like Table for Three, that particular record, really encompasses every kind of part of that. And one doesn't have to be a lonely number, you know. It really did take a little time, but now like I really do see like all I need is me and a table for three. And honey, when I tell you table for three, when I tell you I've taken myself out to dinner, when I tell you stuff, I have wined and dined without the wine because I don't drink, but I have dined and dined myself. Honey, that's what I'm saying. Romanticizing the relationship with yourself because I felt like so many people just sometimes you lose sight of it. That's all. You lose sight. So I'm just I love it. I'm excited and it's one of my favorite records. So
Yeah, it's a great song. I sat back and just kind of zoned out and really listened to it. And I even brought the lyrics up, for Apple and just kind of listened to it. I was like, wow, this is a great song.
Thank you.
When I listen to you, I hear so many different genre influences in your voice.
Yeah.
Outside of course, your iconic family, who were some of the artists that you listened to kind of coming up?
Goodness. I mean, everybody. Everyone. When I was growing up, I mean, my mom would play anything from Brian McKnight to, of course, the infamous, the iconic, of course, some Temptations, of course, Bruno Mars and Amy, Adele, Beyonce, Queen.
Oh, love Queen.
Of course, love Queen.
Love
Such a big
Queen.
inspo. Um, in the sense of I feel like they really took it to places that a lot of I mean just outside of even genre at times. So, trying to think Christina, Whitney. I mean, I've really listened to everybody, but also I listen to hella rock shit like Breaking Benjamin and
I love
a lot of
Breaking Benjamin.
yeah, like my taste is not in one place, so it's kind of messy and all over the place. So I feel like I've just listened to a lot of different music and I feel like that contributes to why my project feels so diverse.
Yeah, very much. So when you mentioned Amy and Christina and some others, I was like, yeah, I absolutely heard a lot of those influences, especially
Nice.
on what was that? Make You Mine or something like that.
Make You Love Me.
Make You Love Me. I was just like, woo! I love that. I love that feel, that old time feel, but
Let's
still kind
go.
of retro in terms of it. It's
Yes.
just a great
Yes.
song. I was grooving to it. I was like, okay, she gets it. And I
Oh,
saw that
thank
you had
you.
pinned a lot of it as well. So I was just like, just an amazing talent when it comes to that.
Thank you. Thank
Are we
you.
going to get some more visuals from Wednesday's Child? Similar to Gangster of Love. Do we have some more
Oh.
visuals on the way?
It is actually indeed on the way. Yes, I have another one coming up pretty soon. I'm super excited to shoot because me and my partner Nicole, uh, who's my mom also, happens to be, we sit down and we make the treatments ourselves. So like every video you see, yeah, it's both of us. We just create the treatments and we work with this incredible director that I've been working with. I worked with him on Killa Killa back when I kind of was coming up a bit. So he did one of my big music videos, and from then on, I've loved working with him. So he really knows how to take a vision and bring it to life. So big shout out to him, big shout out to my partner as well, because you know we're all out here making it happen. I'm very excited for the next one, and I'm excited for everyone to see it.
I am as well. Okay. And rounding third here, we'll kind of bring it back to the center. Can you explain the concept behind Wednesday's Child, the song, as well as naming the album after that namesake? I figure it must have a meaning of some sort.
Yeah.
And the intro was the thing that kind of kicked it off.
Yeah.
So I figure let's go ahead and end our discussion with talking about the name
That's
of the album and that concept in general.
That's great. The song in particular, and I like that you separated the two because they are kind of a little bit, to some extent, quite separate, you know. So the song itself very much represents me kind of almost singing to my inner child, to be honest. Yeah.
I was thinking that's what it was, but I wasn't sure. So that's that you got it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes. So, you know, we'll stay right here in Neverland. Like, I won't let this go. Promise we'll never grow old. Like, this is really me speaking to myself. Like, I can almost, even in the studio, picture me and like me as a child. It's because I feel like all the battles you go through in life, everything you put on, all this armor you put on is all to protect that child within you. I really do. I really do. The kind of softer side, or the one who is really free and just wants to explore and create. I feel like all of these, I think everything is built atop of that. Right. So for me, it was, you know, even with the cover of the project, it's stripped down, it's naked, it's, you know, barely any makeup. We really I really wanted the thing just stripped down, and I think the whole thing represents um the I say it again, the person. And with what the concept is for the whole project, what Wednesday's Child actually is, wasn't born on a Wednesday. But babes, there's a British poem from the 18th century that says that every other day is gonna have good luck, and Wednesday is the one day that's just, you know, if you're born on a Wednesday, you're basically fucked. Life of bad luck, life full of woe, hardships upon hardships. And somehow I really connected with the title in a sense of, in school, for example, I'd be bullied and torn down, and people were like, you're never going to achieve your dream, and almost tried to give me the perspective that I would be a Wednesday's child, that was the life that I was supposed to lead, like this dream of mine wasn't possible. And then later on in life, when I moved to Los Angeles, it was the same kind of thing with different faces, you know, because I feel like people think it's over once you graduate. It's not over once you graduate. The faces just change, the names change. So um so yeah, Wednesday's Child is just how I had been made to almost feel, in a sense, but also the narrative that people really wanted to paint for me, which I wanted to take that name and kind of shed a better light on it and share a more positive, uplifting turn and twist to it, because it's a title that had really been looked down upon for centuries. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I wondered about that as I listened to it. And I did think it was about your inner child and protecting that, as well as celebrating the inner child as well. So I was glad that I was on target with that. And it was a beautiful way to start the album. And just in general, I think that the songs that you put out there are amazing. I've been enjoying them as I've been listening to them. And as you can see, we got a chance to kind of really get into the details of some of them. So I super just appreciate you sharing your time and your energy and talking about this fantastic project.
No, thank you so much. It really means the world, because you know, this project really does mean a lot to me. So thank you for taking the time to listen and have me, truly.
No, it's good stuff. Well, I'm looking forward to side B, and I know that side B is going to be, you know, probably just as great or whatever. You continue to have that aggressive courtship and protecting your heart, as well as let's rewind it again, being able to have a lot of fun, but also being a bad motherfucker. Do all of that.
All of that at once, child. All of that at once, child. Yes. Yes. I'm so excited. Thank you for having me, and thank you for listening.
Absolutely. You take care. We will talk to you soon.
Okay, amazing.
Be safe out there.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.